In this video, I'm going to share with you how to be you and authentically communicate on camera. Hey world, Tiffany Stacey here, aka Tiffany Wilson, and I am the owner of Tiffany Stacey Photography and Video LLC. And I'm also a content creator. And I wanted to let you know that please feel free to subscribe to me on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. If you subscribe, please hit that notification bell because I'll be posting videos every week, every Thursday. So last week I talked about a little bit about my journey and carving out a path for yourself. And in this week's video, I'm going to share with you how to basically be yourself on camera, because I know that's something that a lot of people struggle with, and I thought this would be a good tip video for all of you out there that are looking to do video content for their business and to market themselves. So I've had people ask me over the years, how can you authentically communicate on camera? And I think for me, like I've always tweaked stuff and I've been able to refine it over the years, and it's just like now it has become second nature to me. And I honestly can say that I think speaking on camera is a lot easier for me than it is to speak in public. That's something I've continuously worked on over the years, and I do get better and better as I do it. So my first point is to share with you you gotta cut out all the noise. You have to get your mindset right, whether it be through listening to something positive, listening to music that gets you kind of pumped up, gets you hyped up to be able to, convey yourself on camera. I know for me that it's, I do too get, nervous and stuff, but everybody gets nervous. That's not something that's uncommon. And if you're getting nervous, that means that whatever you're saying is important to you. And so I think that's a good thing. So really the idea is when you're thinking about being on camera, you have to eliminate the idea of being perfect. I am never perfect. I do mess up. There's certain things like in the last video that I'm like, I could have said that a little differently. But you know what? That's the whole thing about being human. Think about the conversation that you normally would have with someone. You're not sitting here having this tailored, very polished conversation, or you're speaking in a very polished way. No, you're saying and ums, and which isn't that great, but we get it. Like, you're going to say certain words that you're like, I could have said something else. That comes with the territory. So my next point is you have to, at the end of the day, understand what you want your audience to take away from this video. And you have to be very, very clear with that. And because I see lots of people who get on video, and I see this particularly what happens with live. You have to understand and be very concise about what it is you're trying to convey, because people lose interest very quickly. And I'm the type of person, I'm like, oh, I'll follow you for a while, and then I'm like, I don't know where this person's going with this point. So getting very clear about what it is that you're trying to share with your audience, and then take it from there. Which leads me to my third point, was knowing your content, knowing that content inside and out. I can tell you when I've done speeches and presentations, the times that I've really done really super well is when I knew that content inside and out, whether it be making sure that you script everything out and you rehearse it multiple times until you know it and you can do it pretty much with your eyes closed. Which leads me to the next point. And I said scripted out, but don't get to a point where you rely heavily on that script where you're basically reading that script. The script is there to make sure that you have a plan and you're following that plan in terms of communicating what you're supposed to be saying. And you just want to get to a point where you make sure that you don't sound like you're being robotic about it, that it's coming off naturally, and people can relate to it. So piggybacking off of that point, don't feel bad if you have to do multiple takes when you create your video. Some people I've talked to, they're like, the hardest part is you have to do it over and over again. That is exactly what you have to do. Like with me, when I do these videos, I think this is probably my second take doing this, and like this whole video is my second take. And I realized that there's just certain ways that I want to be able to convey a point. And I don't feel bad for that, because when I go back to edit, I can just pick and choose what takes I like and put it all together, and it just, it sounds like I want it to sound. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about perfectionism in the sense that we all have to do it. So if you're able to get it in one take, that's fine. Hey, kudos to you, because I'll be all here all day if I have to. Not really, but I'll take the extra time to get it down the way I want it to sound. And that rhymes. So that leaves me with my last point, which is you have to continuously be on camera. You have to constantly shoot videos in order to get some comfort and to be able to be more authentic. So yeah, maybe the first couple of times the videos aren't where you want it to be, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes and the more comfortable you get with being on camera. So that's why I always say that, don't try to shy away from that. Just embrace it and do it. For an example, I had a former coworker who I used to go and shoot videos with at my previous job. And I remember how it was when we first started. It wasn't the most comfortable thing, but with each video we got better and better. And guess what? When he was finally interviewed for a news story, he was so comfortable with being on camera that he said it was such a breeze. It was so easy to do. So that's proof that, the more that you do it and you continuously do it, the easier it becomes. So anyway, I hope that makes sense to you. I'll be back next week. If you want to follow me on IG or LinkedIn or Facebook, the link is in the description box or the caption box, wherever you might see this. Again, if you're on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. Hit the bell, please. I'm trying to build up my subscriber list. So anyway, I look forward to seeing you guys again next week, and have a great week. Be safe, be healthy. All right, bye.